Right guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman Studio. Today we've got Russell in the chair. How you doing?
Doing good, thanks.
Good, mate, good. So, what's the plan? What are we doing?
So I've been growing my hair out for about 3 years now, from bald. I haven't had a haircut.
3 years?
So
so mad.
I went bald at the start of lockdown. So I think that was March 2020.
Genuinely, like what?
Yeah,
like...
bald, not like a buzz cut, bald. And I haven't cut it since.
Wow, okay,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, so what is the plan? Are you looking to keep it long? Are you looking for a change?
So I grew it out just to see what it would look like.
Okay.
I never knew my hair was kind of curly before, found that out. Never even knew that with short hair. So I think I've seen what it looks like with long hair, want to go back to it short.
Okay.
But I think maybe, as I found out it's got a bit of a curl to it, I might want to see if I can maybe go for a bit of a textured look. I never really tried that before with short hair.
Okay.
So I'd like to see what that maybe looks like, if I can do anything like that.
Okay. Have you got any ideas in mind of the look you're trying to achieve?
So I did see a video before.
Of Jay?
Yeah, Jay. I thought that look was really good.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I could pull that off fully. I have got a shorter option.
Oh, okay.
Maybe something along those lines. I'm kind of open to it. As I said, I haven't got like a particular look. Just something maybe along those lines.
Okay.
Just kind
Similar
of a bit of a textured look on the top.
Okay.
Short on the sides, maybe a bit short on the back.
So a bit more of like a taper kind of idea.
Yeah, kind of that vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you go that short on the sideburns?
Yeah, I'll go that short, yeah.
The thing with Jay's, the guy that you showed me at the start,
Yeah.
his hair texture was just like that. I don't know. That was, again, that just happened through the video, right? That was something that I couldn't predict.
Yeah.
I had a feeling it would go a little bit wavy, but not as good as that. So you never really know. Again, it's a bit like the COVID thing. You never know what your hair's like when you grow it out. You know?
Yeah, I don't think my hair's that wavy. But maybe just a bit more of a textured look. When I did have short hair, just slicked over quite straight. Okay. So if I could just see if I can get any type of curl in there.
The thing is though, we have to look at what texture we can create with your hair. Like, for example, Jay and the other guy there, that's their hair texture naturally. Yeah. That's why it looks good on them. Yeah. How we do it on you, I don't know what your hair texture is like. Yeah. I know what it's like now, but you've got drop, you've got gravity taking it down. Yeah. I don't know what it would fall like. I'm hoping I could make it look like that. I just don't know. And you definitely don't want to keep long hair at all.
No, I do plan on donating it to the Little Princess Trust.
Okay. We need to make sure it's 12 inches.
Yeah.
The only downside, and this is, trust me, please, whoever's watching, I am not trying to get rid of, give hair to a charity. Yeah. When you're going for a transformation where you need to keep length in it, we've got to be careful how we take the length off. Yeah. Because I need to keep length in your hair right now to create the texture in it. So I might not be able to go as short as it should be to get what you need. That's the only downside, because I know you're having a taper and stuff like that, but I need to keep length at the back that I can still texture, because I need to create shape in the haircut. And I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm fully support. We've done a lot of that, right? And I think it's an amazing thing. The only problem is if I was to tie it up, I need to tie it in 3. So you need 1, 2, and 3 as close to the head as possible. Yeah. The problem is when I cut that right off there, the back's gone. Yeah. So then we're limited to what we can achieve on the back. And I want you to donate it, but are you willing to change the haircut around slightly if you need to? If it happens?
Yeah, I think I'd rather donate it, to be honest.
Okay, that's cool. If that's cool, yeah. Okay. So do you know the nape? Do you know down the bottom here? Are you happy to have? So the guy who you showed me with the dark hair, it looks as though he's kind of got a taper with still quite a short neck. Yeah. Do you want to do the same kind of thing as that, or Jay's where there's length at the bottom of the neckline?
Probably the shorter. The shorter,
right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Right. Okay. Sound. That's all tied up. Yeah. I'm gonna gown you up now, and then we'll take this off. Right. Ready for this?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, look at that. There we go.
There we go.
So I'll leave that there, okay? Yeah. Now what we'll do is we'll give it a wash, and then we'll get a style cut into this. Yeah. All right, now. That's all shampooed and conditioned now for Russell. Now here's where we need to cut in that kind of shape. So did you like the thing about the haircuts that you saw, especially the guy with the dark hair? I think that's probably more closer to yours, right? Because as you can see, there's a bit of movement, but I mean that's at that length. It's going to get taken shorter, right? Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we could create a bit of movement, but I can't guarantee. But I think we'd get a nice bit of movement in there. It definitely wouldn't be like Jay's though. That was just ridiculous. That was even surprised me a bit, to be fair. So, but are you liking that kind of 90s off centre part and that kind of, is that the kind of look you just brush back and let it fall? Is that what you like?
That's what I mean, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
As I said, until I grew my hair out, I didn't even know I had a bit of curl in my hair. So if you can get anything,
I guess you'll be happy with anything.
That's what I mean.
I feel the pain, mate. I'll be happy. I just like a little tiny bit of curl in mine. Just something. Yeah. All right, cool. So what we're going to do is going to start off by putting this into a horseshoe section. I'm going to keep the section. So with this, because we're trying to keep it top heavy, and I need to keep movement in there. The thing is, on that picture you showed me there, right? The length you're seeing through the sides into the taper is actually coming from the top. And through these corners here. So we need to kind of almost create quite a sort of very top heavy finish and then blend it down into the sides. So with that being said, I'm going to take the horseshoe section lower because I want to try and maintain length through here, because we need to create slightly like a triangular / rounder finish for this to create that movement in there. So as you can see, normally I'd work from the recession, but I'm actually working lower down now because I want to try and maintain some length through this round of the head. That's what will create the drop, and will create that length falling into the back as well, like so, and start to build up that weight. So more than doing it into a solid horseshoe, I'm going to create this into more of a V section, if that makes sense. So coming to the back creates like a V. So the conversation we had at the start about the donations of the hair, right? There's a lot of criteria that you have to take into account when donating. So it's got to be 11 inches or more to be able to get in there, and the quality of the hair has to be a certain way. So as much as that might sound like I was kind of trying to sacrifice the charity over the haircut, it's not the case. It's just that it's a lot. People think it's really easy to do so, and I wish it was easier, but it's actually not. There's a lot of criteria that you have to match to be able to donate your hair. So just bear that in mind. If you're ever going for a new style, just bear in mind how short you have to cut the hair off before you donate it. So just try and maybe put it up as low down to the nape as you possibly can, put it in a bobble, and then measure it from the bobble down. Because we've just done Russell's then, and it's 14 inches from the top to the bottom, but throughout the whole hair is like 8 inches, and then 9 inches, and then so on. So the whole hair isn't 14 inches, or it should be 12, for example, right? So just remember, it's just not as simple as people may think it is. So when you sometimes say like, oh, you need more hair or something like that, it's not because you're trying to be awkward, it's just because the criteria is there. So just try and bear that in mind if you're ever going in to donate your hair. Make sure that, the best thing to do if you're going to donate your hair would be to go for like a short back and sides, because then that way you can really go as close to the root as possible. If you're trying to go for a bit of a transformation or something like that, it's not always the easiest thing for us to do, all right? Because you sacrifice something somewhere. Starting off now on back and sides, I'm going to start to cut this in on a cross graduation, right? So I'm going to start working this into that taper on the sideburns here. So I'm going to take that down to probably whatever the length was on that. Would you mind going down to like a 0.5 on the sideburns?
Yeah,
would be all right with that, yeah? That looked like it was a bit of a grown out fade. So this is where we just start to build up that length into that transition of the weight being kept up there. And then we can work up into the top. Using the guide underneath. Following the guide, as you can see underneath, right there. But we can get some nice wave in this, mate. I think it looks so nice if we can. I've got a feeling we might be able to, you know. I think as the haircut's going along, it might only be a little wave, but I think it'll be better than nothing, right? You know.
Yeah.
This is such a far cry away from when you had your bald head, right? It's quite an interesting look. I mean, there's not, you know, again, it's one of those you don't know until you do it, do you? Whether it's going to work for you.
Yeah, no. For some people it can work out, but for me, no.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, imagine Jason Statham with hair. It just doesn't make sense, does it? You know what I mean? It wouldn't look right. Whereas you can't imagine other people without hair, if you know what I mean. It's amazing, really.
Yeah, I thought lockdown's perfect opportunity, wasn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
Out, yeah.
100%, yeah, without doubt, yeah.
Not many people would just see me, so.
No, that's it. You can kind of hide away, can't you? I wish I'd have shaved my head now back in lockdown. I really do. Just never done it. I really wish I had done though. Start to taper off this side now. Have you told anyone you're getting your hair cut today?
I've mentioned it to a few, but I'm trying to leave it as a bit of a surprise.
Nice. Are you meeting up with anybody later, or have you come to London with anybody at all? Or
Yeah, I've just come with a mate, just trying to make a day out of it.
Nice, man.
Come all the way from Birmingham, but...
Does he have any idea what you're thinking of going for, or...?
I showed him a few reference pictures of what I'm thinking, but I still think a lot of people can't even like picture me with short hair now.
Wow, that would be. I mean, I definitely would never imagined you with a bald head. That is definitely one thing. I think it'll be a nice shock though, because I think it's going to look really good on you. You've come in with such a good idea of a haircut though. Like, you know, you've picked something that is like even down to your colour as well. You know what I mean? It might not be the exact texture,
yeah,
but you've been obviously looking into this and doing your research and stuff. So I think you'll walk out of here with a really good finish. As you can see, I'm just matching everything up to the other side to work one side to the other, and this is allowing me to keep that length higher up and create a nice shorter finish towards the bottom, but also we're encouraging the hair to flow in the way we want it to as well by doing this, so everything looks great as it comes back. Again, good thing about this technique is that it does preserve a lot more weight towards the corners as well, which is quite nice, and it allows for basically what is a very bang on trend where you've got a taper fitted in the haircut somewhere and length throughout. You see, we're over directing this back here. It gets gradually shorter, but you gradually build up more weight as we get to the round of the head. We'll do that. You're going to cut into the back now. Bit of freehand, bit of rubber comb. This is going to create that sort of shorter taper to the bottom here, and then we'll work on the actual taper on the sides as well in a second. And we won't be going as short at the very bottom as you are at the sides, because that will show off the taper better. I'm just exposing the hairline now. Target this corner here just before we decide to do the taper. Right, move on to the taper now. Using a one guard open and work it up into that length, like so. I'm working through the lever down to the one guard and then onto my open blade. And what we do, a bit of freehand. Lever down on the 1.5 and work that up into the length. Really small. Close the lever into a 1. And then open blade, lever down into our 0.5. Use that just a detail here, like so. Make sure that's sitting very sharp. And a little bit more freehand on here. Comb this all out and all back. Take a section at the round of the head where the horseshoe would normally be. And again, we want to create that flow and that length on the top. But I'm going to use the ear as the guide and cut it straight so we fill up this gap here. And that will create a bit more of a disconnection and keep that flow going in there as well. So having different lengths sitting throughout. This will create that separation in haircuts like this. That you still got length on the back and sides, but as you can see you'll have different lengths sitting throughout as well. And straight down like so. This really helps us maintain that little bit of fringe as well. Follow the same guide. So to layer everything on top of each other. We created a new guide here now as well. We used the guide from above the ears, working down the head. Bringing this down. As you see, there's still quite a lot of length in the fringe. If you look where the fringe is, there's quite a lot of length still left in there as well, on this angle. And you start to get that flow sitting through there as well. There we go. 2 sections left on this side now. This is the one just before the very centre. I'm going to do one just after the centre side. It's not definitely a centre part, but just so it will fall into one if it wants to as well. There we go. Now we'll do the same thing on the other side. Start to match it up as well. What you start to get is that shape from the picture, okay? And we just fine tune everything else. See where it's all falling into that kind of flow that you're looking at?
That's what I'm after, yeah.
Now what we do, through the top, take our section through the middle. We take this a tiny bit shorter as well. So we start to level this up. So this here wants to match up to the middle, okay? And that's what will create the shorter bit through the front, through the top here, and make the side stand out a bit more. I'm just working through my fingers just to connect the top to the crown. We need to keep some length there though to create that flow. Just to connect that left hand side in. Right, now let's cut the fringe in. The middle's going to go a touch shorter, so it falls nicely either side. Everything stays nice and straight. Make sure it matches. And pull these corners into the middle to maintain more length. Like so. So, I'm going to finish off now with some razor work to really try and bring out as much of this wave as I possibly can. This way through the hair like that, different stages. So some at the root to keep a little bit of height in there, and then some just towards the ends as well. Try to thin the hair out as much as possible with it, but in a way that's still going to look nice. Like this. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to dry this off first, and then I'm going to fine tune anything that needs doing, and then I'll show you how to style it, alright? So I'm going to apply a little bit of salt spray in there first, okay? Like so, just to create a nice natural lift-in finish. I'm just going to finger dry it, okay? I'm just finger drying it, okay? Like so. Just drying it through, very lightly. I'll bring out that little bit of wave in there, like you can see. Through it, it'll just fall wherever it wants and it'll look good, you know what I mean? Yeah. Everything's connected, so it'll all still look nice too. A bit of cold air as well, just to finish off with. Right, so a little bit of fine tuning I'm going to do for this one is just break up the back, the fullness at the back, and then just perfect the taper. A little bit of a flicks to this a little bit more if we can. So the other side as well, twist little bits up. Slide through them. And then just a bit of fine tuning on the taper. Just a little bit of clipper over comb. Right, so I'm just blast out this with cold air, get rid of any of that loose hair. How's it looking for you, mate?
Yeah, I'm liking it.
Happy, yeah?
Yeah.
Finish off. Use a bit of foam and cream, okay? This is this one here by American Crew. It's a really nice product. So what you do, just start through like this, work it through the hair. Again, just working it very lightly through, like that, just to show off the haircut, like so. Working it through the back. There we go, and just make sure you work it all into the hair, okay? Like this. Now, what I need you to do is just shake your hair left and right for me. That's it. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. And then you just push it into place. Okay, that's essentially all you do. And then just little bits for you. Just pick, you just tweak the little bits that you like. Okay.
Yeah.
Whether it's the kind of top being kind of off center and it's got that flow in it, whatever you're trying to create, whatever kind of look you're trying to go for, you can just kind of pick it yourself, okay?
Yeah.
And then just make sure you get bits that are falling through, like that. Try and bring out as much of that natural sort of wave that we've tried to enhance as much as possible. There we go. And just use a comb just to stretch out any of the waves to the back. So it creates a bit of shape, and just use the top of the comb movement in this haircut. And finish a little bit of hairspray.
Yeah.
Smooth it off. That's it, man.
Yeah, I'm well happy with
Happy,
that.
yeah?
Yeah.
Looks good, doesn't it, mate?
Pretty much the look I was going for, yeah.
Really, yeah? Amazing, man. It looks really nice on you. It suits you loads as well. And that's the kind of finish that you get all over, so you get that movement.
Yeah,
it's so nice. It's not as short on the back as it is the sides, but you get that finish through there as well. So it's got like a natural finish to it with that taper sitting in through there. Yeah, so you'll start to see all that movement and the wave, and everything just kind of falls into place, really. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, man. That was awesome. Thank you very much. Nice transformation, that, mate.
I know, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that when I seen you outside. I really wasn't.